is Michael Israel here. Thank you for tuning in to Real TV. It is 6:15 Coastal Empire, Georgia time. We're going live right now. So feel free to hit up the chat box throughout the show. Today's topic is called, How Long Are You Gonna Run? How long are you gonna run? You know, there's a lot going on throughout the world right now. Whether it be the Caribbeans, Mexico, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, or Oregon, or Oklahoma. We'll talk about it in the latter part of the show. So I'm gonna let this melody play for just a sec, and I'll be back after this short break. Enjoy. Real TV. Again, thank you all for tuning in. We are live right now. So, as mentioned, today's show is called How Long Are You Gonna Run? I'll try to make this a 30-minute show today. This one won't be as long as the others. I'll try to make it short. But I just want to talk on my experience today. And I want to start with the fact that I was in a grocery store looking for items to get for dinner tonight. I want to make some chili. And I saw this lady, and in the store, we dang near almost bumped carts. And the question was asked, am I staying in Savannah? And the answer was yes. And the lady replied, she's staying too. She stayed during Hurricane Matthew last year, and that it was fun, that she had a great time. And she also said, I have a generator. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, the conversation ended there shortly after. But the moral of the story is that this situation shouldn't be a fun situation. This isn't like a hurricane party. This isn't time to barbecue. It isn't time to play your favorite music. It's a time to have some respect and have a little dignity about the matter at hand. There are a lot of people who are losing their lives, who are losing even though it doesn't matter as far as material things, but let's just go to the point that some people are losing their wedding photos. Some people are losing very important people in their lives. So it's all about having respect and dignity. And it's not time to be boastful, not time to be big-headed about what you have and what you got, whether it's food, whether it's a type of shelter, whether you have a rental to get out of the city, whether you have a flight to leave the city you're in, whether you have a lot of money to go on an entire different continent. It is not the time to be boastful about what you have. I'm not angry about the fact that she said that she has a generator or anything. I could care less. But it's the principle of about where was her heart at the time, knowing that everything is going on the way it's going on. She said that she had a generator, like with the happiest feeling. I wanted to say, well, I have faith, but I didn't want to take it there. Some things are best left unsaid. So that was just one experience that I had today. And the other was with another employee at a place of business. And, I asked just to see where their heart was, just to see what I would hear, just to see if I would get a scripture, just to see what they would say, just to see. And I asked, are you staying for the hurricane? Are you leaving? Oh, I'm leaving. And then I was like, okay. And then she was like, you staying? And I was like, yeah, I'm staying. And she's like, you staying? Oh my goodness, you're staying? Oh, that's crazy. All I could do is smile. She said, why are you staying? And I said I have faith. And she said, I have faith too, but I'm not going to stay here. I went to church the other day and my pastor said he was leaving and I'm leaving too. So I'm going to leave too. I'm just thinking like, oh my goodness. Can you just tell me something that somebody else didn't say? Can you tell me I could see if you're so-called being a spiritual person. Now, being a spiritual person could mean two things. When someone says that they're spiritual, that could mean that you're spiritual for the good or you're spiritual for evil. There's evil spirits and there's bad spirits. There's evil spirits and there's good spirits, But just stay on topic. She said that, she went to church and she said that her pastor said that he was leaving. He's not staying in the city and he's going to leave. So she said that she's going too. But I'm just thinking, can you just give me a scripture or something? You tell me what the word says about that. I know that Lot left Sodom and Gomorrah. I understand that Noah built an ark, but we're going to deal with that in just a moment. Now, I'll only share scriptures from those two situations today, and the rest you can gather on your own. But it just troubled me a little bit, the fact that there's not very many vocal people that are cementing their faith, if you will, or vocalizing their faith. Some people say that it's obedience. It's obedience to listen to the meteorologist and the weather forecaster. But that's another form of divination. It's a type of it's like following the stars in astrology. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we're not really supposed to be getting into, like forecasting the future. It's almost like a psychic reading. You know? Like, in a way, it's almost, you see what I'm saying? But I just found that a little troubling. A lot of people from Florida and from Georgia, they're saying that they're going to parts of Atlanta, to North Carolina, parts of South Carolina, to Tennessee, you know, to Virginia. The question is, how long are you going to run? What if something happens on those coastlines of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina? What if the hurricane path goes all the way up to Tennessee? I remember in earlier parts of the news, they were saying that the hurricane could go as far as Canada. I mean, but what if, like, worst case scenario, you know? But let's just go ahead and go into the verses real quick about Lot and about Noah. For those who are going off of those scriptures, well, you know, they said that, you know, Lot was told that he needed to leave, right? And Noah was told that he needed to prepare, right? Well, let's go ahead and deal with it. So Genesis chapter 19. Genesis chapter 19. Right? All right. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet. And you shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, No, we will abide in the street all night. He pressed on them greatly, and they turned into him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and he did bake them unleavened bread. Okay, the story does go on. But what I want to point out is the first verse. And there came two angels to Sodom. Two angels. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. So Lot saw these two angels. Lot got his direction from the angels of God. From the angels of Yahweh, rather. God, Yahweh, same thing. Right? He got his direction from angelic beings. People today are getting their direction from man. They get in their direction from the meteorologists who get things wrong, who get the forecast wrong, who give you false news, who give you fake news, who plot. You understand? But they put their entire faith in the meteorologists 100%. Why does no one, or maybe it's just me, is no one else finding it strange that they have no idea how they can track this storm? They don't know where the storm is going. They have all these different spaghetti paths, and they don't know which route it's going. They don't know if it's going to hit Florida. They didn't know if it's going to hit Mississippi. They don't know if it's going to hit the coast. They don't know if it's going to turn back into the water. They saying it's a 5 and then a 4 and then a 4 and it's going to go back up to the 5. They don't know anymore. They know the forecast of all these storms. They can detect earthquakes. They can tell you when a tsunami is coming and how many feet. They can tell you when the meteorites are going to pass, what asteroids are going to pass the Earth by so many miles, whether it's going to miss. They'll tell you exactly when the solar eclipse is going to happen. And now they can't tell you when the hurricane or where it's going to hit. They'll tell you the landmass of it. They're saying that it's bigger than the state of Ohio. They know all this stuff. They know how many miles per hour the winds are going. But they have no idea which route that is going. With all these drones and things that you can fly. With all these weather balloons and things that you have. With all this weather technology that they have. With all this HARP technology that they have. They don't know what's going on. You don't find it pretty strange just a little bit, it's because it's a game. And it's because it's a lot of people like myself who know the truth and who are telling the masses the truth. And they're seeing this. They're like, oh my goodness, all these people are saying this and that, so we need to deter the storm. Why is it that in Jupiter, Florida, down there, the NASA, because didn't NASA shut down, like 3-4 years ago, something like that? Why are they blasting off a spacecraft to go into so-called space? All that smoke that was coming off at the end of that shuttle was help fueling the storm. All that heat was just going up into the cloud. Now, see, I don't even want to go off into that right now, because it's upsetting to even talk about. And I want to stay on track and make this a 30-minute show. So the point of the fact of the matter is that Lot didn't go to a meteorologist. Lot didn't go to a sorcerer. He didn't go to a psychic to know what was what. He got his direction from the Most High. And a lot of people are listening to the weatherman, and they're going to different states knowing that their rent is not paid. They skip rent just to go make a trip. And then when they get back, they're going to have Jose waiting for them. Hurricane Jose or Hurricane Katia waiting for them. Like, how long are you going to run? You're going to leave and you're going to come back. Then you're going to have to leave for Jose. You leave for Jose for 3 days to a week. You come back and then Katia. There is bumper to bumper traffic from Florida all the way up 95 north and other parts of the state, other highways in the states. Millions upon millions of people are evacuating. Everybody's not going to make it. You're better off being in your city, in your home, somewhat safe, but even safer if you just stay there and you pray and you keep the faith. Why can't you just pray? You don't want to pray? So you rather get on the road and drive off? You rather pack snacks and things? How long is that going to last? You fill up your tank, all right. Then you have the extra 5-gallon tank in your trunk, all right. That runs out, then what? There's 2 and 3 hour waits just to get gas. There is no stopping. You didn't see the pictures and the videos of the highways in Houston from Hurricane Harvey? Their highways, I want to say it was I-10 or something like that. They had portions of their highways. We talking 4-lane highways that look like the Mississippi River. We talking 4 to 15 feet of water. Everybody is not going to make it. How long are you going to run? One day, you're going to have to stop and you're going to have faith. Let's go ahead and deal with Noah real quick, and then we'll take a quick break. All right? So some people say that Noah had to leave. Well, Noah left. Noah built the ship. He had to prepare. Okay, but who did Noah get his information from? Did he go to the weatherman? Did he go to a psychic? No. I understand that we have the news at our fingertips and that is really circulating like wildfire right now, literally. So it's here and there, when we're going to hear it, regardless. We're going to hear it everywhere. Everybody's talking about it, word of mouth. So I understand. But all I'm saying is don't put our faith in the weatherman. That's what I'm saying. Don't put your faith in the meteorologist. Pray and let the Most High guide you. If he tells you in your spirit that you need to go, then I understand. But people are not saying that God told me to go, that Yahweh told me to go. You know what I mean? Something just in my spirit. They talking about, no, my pastor said it. The weatherman say this. The weatherman say that. Nobody's being... You see what I'm saying? All right, let me go ahead and deal with Noah real quick. This is in Genesis. All right. We all know the story of Noah. So I'll let you find the chapter, but I'll give you the verse. All right. And Yahweh said unto Noah, this is verse 13. You find the chapter. And Yahweh said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. And then it goes on to read a lot more. But notice, who told Noah? the end of all flesh is coming. All right, let's go down one more time. Okay. Verse 14. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Who told Noah to make an ark of gopher wood? The Most High did. The Most High did. The Most High didn't tell you to pack a lunch, to pack a cooler, to pack your car with gas and leave. The weatherman told you that. The marketing teams of the United States told you that. Target told you that. Walmart told you to come and get some snacks because they got low deals. The gas stations told you to come and get gas because the prices are going to be low. The Most High didn't tell you to go fill up and drive off. He didn't tell you to go to this state and that state. Your friends and family said, oh, let's go to a cabin in Tennessee and we'll make it a vacation. Who gave you that idea? All I'm saying is that how long are you going to run? How long are you going to run? There's more in both of those chapters from Lot and Noah that you can read on your own, and I highly recommend it. We're at 21 minutes. And like I said, I want to make this a short show. So we're going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. How long are you going to run away? We'll be back in a second. This is Michael Israel here. Yeah, you know, maybe one day you'll awake. Or maybe you're already awoken. But don't run away from the truth. We need the truth. Don't run away from the truth. Yeah. Hang in there. Run the race all the way to the end. Run the race all the way to the end. Spending money not the only thing we need to do. Giving money to the poor is what we need to do. A lot of lies in this world, but we need the truth. I know you run away, but we need the truth. I know you want to run away, but we need the truth. It's like we living in the cage, living in the zoo. Why you want to run away when we need the truth? Why you want to run away when we need the truth? And like I said, I mentioned I want to make this a 30-minute show. Like I said before, it's only so many places you can go. It's only so many places you can run. Whether it's running away from the truth, whether running away from the reality that things are the way they are. Natural disasters will happen. They can happen on the coast. They can happen in the Midwest. They can happen on any place in the world. Any place in the world. We're not safe nowhere unless we are under the veil of the Most High. When Yah be before us, who can be against us, right? So let's go to not on the mainstream news. Again, as I say, this is just the topic of the name of the news forecast. Some of these things are on the mainstream news, and some of them are not. This is what I just happen to title it for Real TV. So not on the mainstream news. I'll try to cover these as quick as I can, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But, all right. So besides all the drama that's going on, here's some of the other things that are just wild, okay? Not on the mainstream news, a woman gave out her breast milk for people to drink at Burning Man, all right? Remember in the previous show, I told you that Burning Man is just another episode of them worshiping the god Moloch or Beelzebub. This is what happened to us when we was in Egypt. This is why the downfall of the black people are the way we are now, because we were worshiping foreign gods. We went and turned away, and a lot of other things. But this woman is giving out her breast milk to people for people to drink at a pagan festival. All right, Burning Man Festival just wrapped up in Nevada. Mickey Agrawal, the woman who founded Period Underwear Company, was there. During the festival, Agrawal gave away her breast milk to other adults. She said people used it as a hangover cure and to make lattes. Oh my goodness, man. This is just outsane. Quote, I pumped my breast every 3 hours at the Burning Man and gave away most of my milk. Some people downed the whole 4 ounces hoping for a hangover cure. Some wanted it for their coffee to make lattes, and so many were excited. Oh my gosh, man. And curious to try it. She said, quote, I drank some too when I ran out of water. It tastes like sweet coconut milk. This is what's going on in the world. Crazy stuff. Wild and insane, evil, heinous, just evil stuff. I don't even want to read the rest of this article. But we do know that drinking someone else's breast milk could give you diseases. I don't know if people know this or not. But to be as but to even do this thing is just crazy. It's unheard of. All right. Not on the mainstream news. Online virginity auction to pay for transgender woman's sex change. A transgender man by the name Layla Rose is hoping to raise $15,000 for his sex reassignment surgery. They put her, but it's really a him. He's not a her yet until he gets the surgery. Long story short, quote, Layla Rose says, no one realizes how hard it is to do this, and it's more money than I'll ever afford. She told the potential suitors, if you bid on me and win, I will be a virgin and you will get to take it from me. It will be a mind-blowing experience. I'm here for you guys. So this is a transgender man who is trying to become a transgender woman who has an account set up for donations where they can get $15,000. And that's just that. Not on the mainstream news, coming from the Dallas Morning News, Mexico is hit by biggest quake in a century, killing at least 15. So, like I said before, there's no way you can go. You can go to a different country, go to Mexico, Canada, Australia, Europe, wherever you go, there's always something going on. Always something going on. It's only so far you can run. And it's only so long you can run. This earthquake was an 8.2. Pardon me. This earthquake was an 8.1 magnitude. This was the largest earthquake since 1985. All right. Also, not on the mainstream news, feds are running out of money to fight massive Oregon wildfire. There was not only wildfires in La Tuna, California, and Los Angeles, but now there's a wildfire in Oregon. More than 30,000 acres of land is being burned in Oregon. So we got earthquakes, we got hurricanes, we got wildfires. There's a lot going on right now. Also not on the mainstream news, magnitude 3.9 earthquake rattles northern Oklahoma. Medford, Oklahoma had a 3.9 quake. That's about 90 miles from Oklahoma City. A small scale, but hey, there's another earthquake going on, another drama going on. Also not on the mainstream news, Hurricane Jose upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane as it heads inland to already destroyed islands by Irma. So you got Hurricane Jose right behind Hurricane Irma. So those people who skipped their rent this week and skipped their car insurance and mortgage and things of the such, just to go out of town for a couple of days, y'all gonna go for 3 days, 4 days to a week. Y'all gonna come back and y'all gonna have to leave again for Irma. In debt again. 80 to 90%, probably 95% of the Americans in the USA today are living check to check. People don't have money like that to leave. They're in credit card debt, student loan debt, just all types of debt. And people are not balling like that. You got to stop running. How long are you going to run? Okay, so let's go on here. Let's move on. Hurricane Irma could cut power to 4.1 million Florida customers. That's another thing I want to touch on real quick. When I was in the store, that lady, she said, at least I got power. At least I'm going to have power and lights. And I was just thinking to myself, power and lights, that's what you're leaving for? You're leaving for power and lights? You can't go a day without your phone, your computer? You don't know what it's like to live without power and lights. I'm not talking about not being able to pay your light bill. I'm talking about going through the natural disaster, whether it's man-made or it's from God or it's ordained by God. I know man creates certain parts with the weather and try to fumbles with it and all this stuff and that. Goodness, I'm tongue twister. I'm talking way too fast. I know I'm a little over 30 minutes. We'll try to go to 35 and we'll cut it short. All right. But like I said, the Most High ordains these storms, whether it's man-made or it comes from him himself. Period. There's only so far you can go. There's only so long you can run. How long are you going to run? Can you not just humble yourself and be without lights for a few days? You're going to have millions of people without lights for weeks, maybe even months. You have to know what it's like. When the system really crashes, there will be no more internet. When the grid goes down from solar flares or some war attack, there will be no more electricity the way we have it. The connections that we have via internet, via cell phone connection, house phone, it will be non-existent. Non-existent. You have to come down to earth and know what it's like to go, quote unquote, camping. Go camping inside of your house. Get back down to earth. Know what it's like to cook your own food under a fire, not a gas or electric stove. You understand? Again, 4.1 million Florida customers are going to possibly be without light. You got Barbuda, who is 95% uninhabitable right now without lights. You got third world countries without lights. But we Americans are so spoiled. We got to get running. We got to get that car up and get to leaving quick because we're spoiled. We don't want to pray, so we're going to leave. We don't want to be without electricity, so we're going to leave. We don't want to be without social media, so we're going to leave. Let me go on so I can make this a 35-minute show, and then we'll cut it. Not on the mainstream news, parts of Texas still in rescue and recovery mode 2 weeks after Hurricane Harvey. This is not surprising. I know recently after the storm, they had a open volunteer program where they had free flights and hotels for anyone who wanted to go and volunteer if you call a 1-800 number. And that went out the window in like 2 days. It was completely booked out in 2 days. So like I said, if you're going to donate anything, don't donate your money. Donate your time. Okay, not on the mainstream news. Okay, we already know that Mexico got hit with an 8.1 earthquake. Mexico is braced for tsunamis after its biggest earthquake in a century. So after earthquakes comes what? Tsunamis. So not only does Mexico have a tsunami coming, but they also have Hurricane Katia coming at a category 4 hurricane. Also, not on the mainstream news, coming from CNN, Floridians jam highways to flee wrath of Hurricane Irma. Like I just mentioned, there is bumper-to-bumper traffic going all the way up coming from Florida to Georgia and parts of the Carolinas. Everybody will not make it. You're better off being in your home than to be caught in a road on 4 tires surrounded by glass in your car with no way out. Bumper to bumper traffic. Okay? There's nowhere to hide. There's no way to hide. There's no way to hide, okay? They say that Hurricane Irma has a potential landfall of possibly damaging most parts of Florida because it's the size of Ohio. Okay? People are having trouble finding more fuel. They say at certain gas stations in Miami, cars were wrapped around the corner. 2 police officers on duty kept drivers in line, and police tape kept them from entering into the station the wrong way. Drivers had to wait at least 1 hour for fuel. They're saying 6 to 7 hour travel experiences are coming up to 12 hours plus on these highways and byways. Traffic is at a standstill going about 20 miles an hour. There's nothing but red bumper lights, they're saying. People are going to run out of gas. People are going to run out of prescription medicine. People are going to run out of patience. People are going to run their blood pressure up and probably have a heart attack. People are going to get claustrophobic. People are going to get frustrated. Baby diapers need to be changed. People got to use the bathroom. There's going to be indecent exposure on the highways. People pissing on the road, taking dumps on the road. Listen, let me move on. The Idaho earthquake swarm begins Saturday, coming from the Inquisitor. Idaho had 28 earthquakes on the span from Saturday up to Wednesday. That was about a 3 on a Richter scale. Also not on the mainstream news, Hurricane Harvey first responder gets flesh-eating bacteria from Texas stormwater. You got people making videos trying to go viral online, and they're jumping from freaking highways and jumping off of who knows what into the water, doing flips and stuff. This is not just regular water. This is not ocean water. Remember, there's dead dogs. You got a lot of people who are not taking their animals with them. People are boarding flights and they can't take their animals with them. They're leaving them behind and they're staying in them airports. So there's dead carcass in the water. There's snakes. There's alligators. There's electrical wire. There's feces. There's sewage. There's plastic. There's dead bodies. There's rummage from houses. There's mold. And then there's pollutants. There's there's battery acid. There's gasoline in the water. There's toxic metal. There's antifreeze. And these people are going in the water. You got some people who are not going in there purposely trying to do flips and things. You got people trying to save other people, and now they're getting flesh-eating bacteria. Flesh-eating bacteria is not a good thing. It eats you from the inside out. You think it's a little bite or a scratch, and it eats your organs and your intestines, everything from the inside out, all the way from the inside of your body to the outside of your skin. Worse than Freddy Krueger's face. All right, moving on. Also not on the mainstream news, controversial new fighting game pits a jacked Buddha against Yeshua and other gods. Well, let me say it how they say it. Controversial new fighting game pits a new Jack Buddha against Jesus and other gods. An early access fighting game featuring Jesus, Buddha, and other religious figureheads is expected to stir up controversy as they duke it out mano a mano, Mortal Kombat style. Are we not living in the end times? Yah is not mocked. Yahweh is not mocked. That's scripture. You can't get an entity or some digital thing to represent the Christos, to represent Christ, the Mashiach. You can't do that. That's the same for these plays. You can't pick somebody that's of sin to play the role of Yeshua and stuff like that. You can't pick an actor to represent the role of Passion of Christ, of Yeshua. And first of all, he's not a white man with blue eyes. Let's get that clear. So I'm not offended because he's clearly white on here with blue eyes. I mean, no offense to my Caucasians, but I'm just calling it how it is. He's not white. He never was. Quote, coming from this game official description, your prayers have been answered. For the first time ever, gods, holy spirits, and mythological characters from around the globe and throughout history will clash in an explosive 2D fighter where the entire world is at stake. Who will emerge victorious from the most destructive combat tournament in the universe has ever witnessed? Also not on the mainstream news, Equifax set up to let you know if you're impacted by this massive data breach. Long story short, Equifax has been hacked. People's social security numbers, credit card numbers, and personal documents, including names, have been hacked on Equifax. Equifax is that, that company where you go do your credit check and all. Millions, multi-million, 143 million people's personal information has been compromised. Also not on the mainstream news, hurricane victim robbed by workers helping them. Didn't I say in the scripture that your things shall become a soldier's spoil? You got people who are out here trying to get people. There's going to be a lot of rape going on. A lot of people stealing, looting. Someone knock on your door, don't open up the door. Be wise. Be wise. Let me just say that. Be wise. Also not on the mainstream news, and we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up with this. Girls donated organs help a record 8 people. This is coming from one person now. A 13-year-old girl in the UK has helped save a record 8 different people through organ donation after she died of a brain aneurysm. Her heart, her lungs, her kidney, liver, and the list goes on. They took 8 organs from one person to save 8 lives. I know y'all remember the movie Get Out. It's not a game. They're killing black people. 1.5 million black people died in 2015. Went missing. This is on the record. 1.5 million people went missing in Charleston, South Carolina in 2015. Unaccounted for. It's because organ donating, organ kidnapping, and the black market is real. Melanin beings are children of the Most High, just as well as everybody, but we are the chosen few. The Hebrews, as Israelites, we are the chosen few. The black race. Melanin per gram is over $365 per gram. This is per gram for melanin. That's just our melanin. Just think our organs are far worth more. It makes you wonder why all these hurricanes are going on, why all these earthquakes are going on. What's really going on? Are they trying to clash the market? Do they need more organs? Red Cross is asking for blood donations. Why y'all want blood? I know y'all need blood. You're not getting my blood. I'm going to tell you that. I'm good. You're not getting mine, and I don't want nobody's blood. Just pray for me. Ask the elders to pray for me if something happened to me. I believe in miracles. I don't want nobody's blood, and nobody's getting mine. Period. Long story short, how long are you going to stay running? How long can you run? You can only run for so long, y'all. You can only run for so long. Please stay prayed up. Please stay prayed up. This will probably be my small hiatus before the next show. Again, if you have any questions for the next 20 questions show, go ahead and send it in, and I'll answer it like that. You have my email, 777realtv@gmail.com. You can see it below. And, just stay prayed up. Stop running. Keep the faith. Have courage. If you're going to be like Courage the Cowardly Dog, don't just run. Make yourself productive. Run for the good. Help people. You know what I mean? Run the race all the way to the end. In truth, in honesty, keep Yahweh first. Try to stay in the Holy Spirit. We not perfect. We just try to be. I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to do my best in this crazy world. So I applaud you to do the same. Real TV.